Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Rayne Ventures. I'm Bailey Rayne, and today's video is going to be all about waterfalls. So we're going to talk about the 3 best waterfalls in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and the 3 best waterfall hikes that I've done not in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So I hope you find this video entertaining and helpful in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, let's start this conversation. So we're going to start with the 3 waterfalls that are in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park that are my personal favorite hikes. So the top one is going to be Ramsey Cascades. This is going to be a hard hike for a lot of people. It is 8 miles, or a little over 8 miles round trip, but the waterfall is definitely worth it. It's a nice tall one. I can't remember exactly how many feet it is, but I will look that up and make sure it says it down here below. Oh, it's also in a really nice, beautiful part of the old growth forest. So you'll pass some of the biggest trees in the national park. You can't get your arms around them. They're just magnificent and beautiful, and it's awesome to see. So that would be my number 1. And then we got number 2. Number 2 would be Laurel Falls. This is a really busy hike. There's going to be tons of cars, so really make sure you plan your visit accordingly. Try to be maybe really early or possibly late in the evening, but in the middle of the day, especially in the summer, it's going to be slammed. You're not going to find a parking spot. There was a video I did that Laurel Falls, the Great National Park, actually tried to charge and create scheduled times for people to go see the falls. They have stopped that now. I haven't had a chance to talk about that, but yeah, they're not charging anymore. As of now, it was a trial run test to see if it was something they would want to do or consider. Personally, I agreed with a little bit of it, mostly scheduling time slots and having limited parking, because then you're not overwhelmed with so many people on the trail and at the waterfall. I don't really necessarily agree with charging, but I do agree with those time slot options. So that is something that I kind of wish they would implement, just so everybody has a good relaxing time, not overwhelmed with a whole bunch of people. But the waterfall is beautiful, and you can go climb down to the base of it. You can be on the little bridge at the upper part, because it's kind of got like an upper and a lower. It's all connected. So the top part will come down and it'll come under a little bridge, and then it'll fall down on the other side of the bridge. So it's a really pretty waterfall. The hike is paved, so it's pretty accessible for just about anyone. It is still kind of on the steeper side, so though it is labeled a easy hike, I would definitely keep that in mind, especially if you're not used to going up in elevation at all. So that is number 2. Number 3 would be Rainbow Falls. So Rainbow Falls is in Gatlinburg. So if you have been to Gatlinburg, you'll know that there's a street that intersects probably almost close to the middle of the downtown Gatlinburg area, and there's Bubba Gump Shrimp Company on the corner. You would turn down that road and you just take it all the way back. So Rainbow Falls is a 5-mile hike. It is moderate. I would say for most people that aren't super active, it's definitely more on the strenuous side, especially if you don't do hikes regularly. So take breaks, take it at your own speed and pace. I did it with my friend Morgan, and she needed, to take a few more breaks than I did, because I go hike constantly, and this was one this was a little bit difficult for her. She hadn't been on one with me in quite some time. So you just be courteous of whoever you're going with and take that time and take those breaks. This is also a really tall waterfall. If you can, though, I would definitely check the weather and plan it around a recent rain that has come by. So like a day or 2 after a nice, decent, heavy rainfall that has come through in the Gatlinburg area, because that's when the waterfall will be at its peak and the most beautiful. Otherwise, I have done it and gotten up there and it's literally been a drizzle before. I did that with my mom and I felt so horrible. I was so looking forward to this big, beautiful waterfall, and it was drizzling because we were in the middle of a drought, and I did not put that together in my mind. So check the weather and do your due diligence before, and don't forget to take your own pace on that. So those are my 3 favorites that I've filmed them all. You can check those out on my page, on my YouTube channel, and go click on each one. You can fast forward straight to where the waterfalls are if you want, if you don't want to see what the whole hike and trail looks like and is about. So moving onward to the 3 top waterfalls that are not in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And these are definitely up there. I think rank higher than those. So if you can see them, I highly recommend it. So number 1 would be Laurel Falls. It's kind of the same name, but it's at the Laurel-Snow recreational area. It's out in, I can't think of the name of the area at the moment. That's gonna drive me bonkers. Well, I'll put the name down on the bottom. Anyways, it's an hour and a half-ish away from where I am here in the Knoxville area, so be prepared to do a drive if you're visiting Knoxville as a whole. But it is a 6-mile hike out and back, and it's one of the most beautiful, coolest hikes I have ever done. You go through these really cool rock formations and you follow a beautiful river the whole time, or for most of it. It's just absolutely beautiful. I loved it. It is literally labeled the most beautiful hike I've ever done on my channel, so go check that out. The waterfall is stunning, gorgeous. I luckily got to do it when there was no one there with me. I got there was a couple and they left, and I had the waterfall all to myself. So if you can do this hike, especially on a weekday, I highly recommend it because it is so beautiful, and the whole hike is just awesome. So that is number 1. Number 2 would be Ozone Falls, and what's really cool about Ozone Falls is it's super short hike. Yeah, you kind of got to climb your way down, but it's really short. It's not even, I don't know, not even a quarter of a mile. It's not even that. Like, it's super short. You can go to the top of it and look down. You can be at the bottom of it. You can swim in the swimming hole. This is also one I recommend going to after a good rain. On a weekday if you can. If you can't, I totally get it. And not in the summer if you can try, because all the locals go there and they swim in the swimming hole, a lot of kids, and not that that's a bad thing. I've gone in the summer, I've gone in the winter, but it's a beautiful waterfall. It is just, the energy there is amazing, kind of healing feeling vibe. So if you get the opportunity to go check that one out, I highly recommend it. That's a great one for absolutely anyone. You can bring dogs. You can also bring your dog to the other one I mentioned too. So for kids, for adults, people that don't go hiking very often, this is an awesome waterfall to go check out. And it's up there as one of my favorites. And then the last one, unfortunately, is not close to the Knoxville area, and it's not necessarily close to Gatlinburg either. If you're staying in that Maggie Valley area or Asheville, this is one I highly recommend. It's High Falls. Well, it's like a 2-in-1. High Falls and Triple Falls at the DuPont State National Forest. It is such an awesome, massive, magnificent waterfall. High Falls is. Triple Falls is really cool too because it has multiple layers and it's just as big and massive. They are both within the same hike. The hike is not difficult at all. It might be a mile round trip, but it is absolutely stunning. You can go to the top of High Falls on this it's a bridge, but it kind of has it looks like a house, but it's bridge thing. But the only thing with that is it's so far pushed back from where the drop is. You're at the top of it, but you're not really you're not looking down it. But that is an awesome waterfall. Highly recommend going to check out if you can. So anyways, guys, that is all I wanted to talk about today was waterfalls, because in the winter, I would say is the best time to go check these out if you can, because they're not going to be so overwhelmed with people, because when the summer hits, that's all what people want is waterfalls, swimming holes, all of that stuff. So if you are coming to visit anywhere in this area, I would definitely recommend all 6 of those waterfalls, depending if you're going to be in the Great Smoky Mountains or if you can travel outside of that realm. I have videos on every single one I mentioned, and they should have all popped up here. I will also put them down in the description below, the links to them, so if there's any you want to go check out, you totally can. So I hope you guys found this video fun and educational and informational, and I hope to see you guys on my next venture. If you liked it, please subscribe and like and share and comment. Anyways, guys, I will see you all on my next venture.